Wish a Christian. Folks, today I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on with the dinar. And I'm also going to show you a video from Currency 365 about the prices of the dinar on eBay. Now, I think right now for this investment, this is a good thing with what's going on. But one of the things that I do hope for is that the online exchanges where we do buy dinar from, that they still at least get one last shipment in. I think that's, my hope. I'm pretty sure that's a hope for a lot of other people. And who knows what the price will be when they do get them, because if the prices are going up, you may see a little bit, you might see these online currency exchanges actually, or they might actually raise their price. So then there's also talk of the dong and banks not selling the dong, and I'll get into that in another video. But I think this goes to show what could potentially happen in the future. And because a lot of people, I know Johnny posted a video from the Prophet Charlie, and he said that everybody's going to be buying currency, like that there's going to be just a whole lot of people just, with the whole currency speculation, people are going to start investing in currency. So it made me think, like, okay, if you see what happens to the dinar, you see what's happening with the dong, and you're probably going to see some other currencies start to, be unavailable. Now, when the dinar does RV, and once people realize what's going on with the currencies, people are going to be flooding the market with purchases of all these different countries that they speculate that could go up. And I bet you a lot of those are going to be the Asian markets, some of the European markets, and then we look at the South American markets too as well. I just think that the South American markets will lag behind, but what's going to happen is that you're going to see that people are going to start buying more currency. So people think that right now South American currencies are pretty cheap. Well, what's going to happen when people start getting into buying currencies? You're going to see a lot of these currency exchanges be sold out. Probably within the first few days of the dinar revaluation, because the people who hold dinars and hold dong right now, when it does take off, you guys are going to reinvest into the currencies. But people who didn't get in and they see what's going to happen with the dinar, what are they going to do? They are going to get into purchasing currencies. So we could actually see a shortage of many different currencies, as we already do now, and we may even see more down the line, especially after the RV. So everything that we've discussed, I've said this before, if I think that things are getting ready to make a change, I'll make my last purchase. Well, now I'm not able to do that, at least right now. And then we're going to turn around, and after we exchange some of our dinars, we're going to start buying other currencies. Well, some of those that I think, like the Vietnamese dong, it's going to bring a really good return. But we may not even be able to do that right now. So if the dinar RV if it took place now, and you went into the bank, you may not be even able to get any Vietnamese dong. It appears to me that currencies are starting to dry up as far as being able to purchase them. Yes, you can go to eBay, which I'm going to show you a video from Johnny about that, and he's discussing the pricing and everything. But you know what? It's still a very good deal. It's just going to be a little bit more money. Maybe about almost double the amount to what you paid before, which is still a pretty good deal. I'm hoping that we didn't miss the bus as far as being able to purchase again. Unless you want to pay more, I'm just hoping that these online currency exchanges are able to load back up again. But this could be part of the plan, folks. This thing has been going on for a long time. We've all had opportunities to purchase this. And now that those opportunities are getting smaller and smaller. And it's just like Zion oil, right? It's stayed pretty strong throughout this turbulence. It may go up or down a penny or two or three, but it's been holding strong. And eventually that is going to dry up too as well, because it's going to be what, more expensive as the price goes up, be more expensive to purchase. Now, I am going to do a Zion oil video tomorrow, and I'm going to share why that we haven't really seen any major announcements yet. So, there's going to be, now that all this is happening, we may have to look at things a little bit differently. But I will do another video on that too as well. So, folks, tell me what you think. Tell me, are you guys having problems getting any other currencies? Do you guys see any other currencies that are drying up? We've talked about the Thai baht. There's a lot of those Asian countries, and then I also discussed, which I may go ahead and revisit, is the dream that I had about on RV Day, the different currencies that did go up. So there's still going to be, and I'm going to go back over that again, because specifically I was shown these specific currencies were revaluing at the same time. And some of them were European currencies. So there still might be, you may not make as much, but at the same time, it still gives an opportunity to invest in all these other currencies. So we got to start looking at other currencies. And I do have a video. You just have to do the search. I may go ahead and put a link down to the video in the description, but it deals with the list of currencies that I think that have really good value. And I may have to go look at every single country and kind of reevaluate everything again and maybe do an updated list. I've updated it several times. But now that we're going into this new phase of things, this whole uncertainty thing with the virus and other things, all these different events that are happening all around the world. And I still look for certain things to happen. And I haven't seen those yet. But let's go ahead and get into Currency 365 so you can listen to him talk about the whole situation with the Dinar and eBay, so you guys get a clear, better understanding when you guys do go to purchase any currencies online. That's why it's a good video. You need to look at everything. You need to look at the comments. You need to look at the person who's selling. You need to look at their ratings and everything, because I want you guys to be careful that you don't lose anything. Thanks for listening. Here's Johnny from Currency 365.
All right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, so this is not really an Intel video. This is just going to be a video about pricing. I usually don't talk about the price, but yesterday there's a lot of people in the Dinar community talking about that Iraq's going to devalue or devaluing the currency and things like that. We did hear from Ali Alak saying that devaluation of the dinar should not be the first option. Okay. But so we're going to talk about price on this one because as you guys saw last night, or if you guys were on social media with me last night, we had a lot of fun last night because the price of the Iraqi dinar is actually skyrocketing. And that's because they just can't get any out of Iraq. And I've been telling you guys that for a while now, that they've literally closed their borders. Now the borders are closed literally because of the virus, but before that, they were closing their borders on sending out the dinar, to a lot of people, and so that's why it was getting harder and harder and harder for these companies to get dinars. Okay, and because of now that most of these places don't have dinars, the prices are going up like crazy on in anywhere that does have dinars, right? So now you have to pay a lot more. Treasury vote last night. Victor posted this in the Telegram, and this is right after I did my video. And I'm not sure what video I did on that one. I'm not sure what video. I did tons of videos every day, so I don't know which video that was, but I did a video and I talked about Treasury vote, and I'm saying, and I was talking about how they're probably going to have to come out at a thousand per million, buybacks, because and then they can flip it at 1,300 or 1,500 or now even 18 to 2,000 because that's what it's going for now in many places. So that actually have dinars, it's actually jumped. The dinar has jumped almost about 100%. Okay, so in the last 3 weeks or whatever it's been, somebody said there's been going on. The prices have been jumping for about 3 weeks now. So it looks like the prices are going to continue to jump as long as the lockdowns happen. So check this out. So let's say that they do this virus thing and they keep the places locked down for the rest of the year. Could the dinar get to 10,000 to one to per 1 million? Yes, it could. Yes, it could, right? Because there will be less and less and less and less and less out there to be able to sell. Okay, supply and demand is going crazy for the dinar and the Vietnamese dong. And don't forget the dong because the dong is sitting there at $50 per million, and a lot of places is now 55 or 60. We've seen some places in Telegram group that are talking about 95 per million now for the Vietnamese dong. So I was able to get mine at 50. I think it was $50 or something like that. So you can call your banks and see if they have it still. Many banks do not, and they're saying that they're not selling it anymore. Okay, so that's weird. But I still haven't heard from my friend about. She was supposed to ask her manager, her bank manager about it. Haven't heard anything back yet. So, but yeah, this is what's going on. So if we stay in lockdown, the supply and demand is going to shoot these prices up for the dinar and the dong. And if you need some money, you can maybe sell one or two of them. I mean, it's up to you. You can sell whatever you want to sell. You can do whatever you want. But it's gonna be crazy. But here's the thing. I don't think they allow you to sell. I'm not sure. I don't think they allow you to sell post 1,000. I don't think they allow you to sell per post 1,000. So you might want to sell it, and if you do eventually do sell, let's say we haven't seen anything, and here we are in August, and now they're offering 3,000 or 4,000 per 1 million dinar. You can sell it in quarters. You could say that you have four available, but you're selling it per um, you know, per 250,000, right? So you'll do 250,000 and then you'll have quantities of that. So you have four quantities of that, and people can buy it, one per each order or whatever the case may be, one per person or something like that. So you don't go over that thousand threshold. Okay, so anyways, that's for eBay or any other places people are selling it for. But yeah, we'll get into that here in a second. So this is where it all, this is where it started last night when we had our fun. Victor posted this in Telegram group. We will purchase your uncirculated Iraqi dinar at a rate of 1,000 US dollars per million, the highest rate in the industry at this time. Okay, so Treasury vote went from 750 to 800 to 850 to 900 to 1,000. Now they're desperate. Now they're at 1,000. Okay, so they're at 1,000 per million. So you're seeing a revaluation happen through supply and demand, right? So you're seeing a revaluation without the CBI. And so if this is the game they want to play, God will play it the way they want to play it. So you're gonna see this thing skyrocket. As long as the lockdowns are happening, and they think that the lockdowns are going to keep us from revaluing the dinar. Well, the dinar is going to revalue in the markets, in the streets. Okay, so as you can see, it's gonna revalue on the internet because people are gonna want it, and people want the dinar, and they're gonna pay big premium for it if they can't find it. That's what's going on. Okay, so we started there, and they're paying. So Treasury Vote is offering 1,000 per million. I'm not taking that offer. You got to come up a lot higher than that. So I did do a poll here, so you guys can participate in the poll if you want to. And this was a poll from last night, and I said, so 244 people have participated. Wow, that's a lot of people. I don't even have that many people. I don't even know how many people I have following me, so I'm not. How many people do I have following me? Let me see. Does it show me down here? I don't know. Let me see. Does it show? I don't think so. Where does it show how many people are following me? Oh, there it is. I got 3,703 followers. That's not a lot, but it is a lot. It is enough for 244 votes. Okay, in a short period of time. All right, so yeah, we got 10 hours left on this. So we still got 10 hours left on the voting here. So I said if you were offered 10,000 dinars per million and $1,000 per million dong, would you take the offer? And a lot of people said no. I want more. Okay, so and that's maybe because you guys don't hold a lot of dinar and dong. Okay, if you don't hold a lot of dinar and dong, then of course you're probably going to want a lot bigger offer than that. Think about it. If the circumstances were the same and the dong and the dinar were going for about 1,800 per million or 70, 80, 90 per million, and somebody's offering you 10,000, and you wouldn't take that offer and then use that money to buy even more dong and dinar at the 1,800 per million price, or the 60, 70, 80, $90 per million dong price. So that's something to think about, right? So the first one was yes, cash me outside. No, I want more. What is the dinar and dong? So we got some people that don't even know what that is, and they're following me. That's weird. Take it and be debt free. So, some of you guys will be able to sell it at those prices and be debt free. Some of you guys have 50 million dong. That would be $50,000 right there, and you'd be debt. For some of you guys, that's enough to be debt free. So, and then of course, some of you guys have, 50 million dong, 50 million dinars. So, I mean, think about that. That would, you'll be okay. You would do good. Okay. You'll be debt free and have some cash on hand. And then you can actually, search and rebuy, some dinar and dong again. Anyways, moving on from there, let's go here. Uh, 1850 per million on eBay, and also 185 per 100K. Big jump from 1,000 per million and $100 per 100K. But the NAR community says the IQD is devaluing. Okay. So this is the eBay post, and you can see here 100,000 new Iraqi dinar uncirculated sealed for $185. So you just add another zero here. That's a million. Add another zero here. That's and that would put you at what, 1,850 bucks. So if you buy 10 of them, you're gonna be paying 1,850 bucks, right? So that's easy math to do. Okay, so that's crazy numbers compared to where we were just at, a couple months ago, right? And most of them were offering 115, 110, 105 per 100,000. Now we're almost at 200 bucks, and I guess maybe in a couple weeks we'll be at 200 bucks the way things are going. So right now they're offering 185 per 100,000, and that's almost 100% jump from where we were at just a couple of months ago. So pretty interesting there. So you guys let me know what you think about this. Let me see if anybody in the comment section here. They say they have a liquidity crisis, says Wes, looking to be turning into a hard currency, which makes it value rise. It is getting really, really exciting. He says, I can already see 2,500 per million on eBay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Some people are doing 2,500 per million. But remember, I think the threshold is 1,000. I think you can't sell more than 1,000 at a certain, at a one time period. So I think because of counterfeiting and all that other stuff, they want to protect the people. So I think you can't go over 1,000. So I don't think you're going to see anything that says buy 1 million dinars for 2,500, because I think you can't go over 1,000. At least that's what it was for me when I was selling dinars back in the day. You couldn't go over 1,000. So they're saying, so this person's saying that, look, man, 2,500 per million, I can already see it on eBay. He says, but I'm still not selling. I go to the bank at 318 per my dream. So this person had a dream, okay, and this person had a dream that they went to the bank at $3.18 per dinar. So that's awesome. Hopefully that comes true. And he said, I also had another dream about Facebook coming out with a crypto, and 6 months later, they announced Libra. Yeah, they did. And we all knew that was coming. We knew Facebook was going to bring a coin out, especially when they were talking so bad about Bitcoin and cryptos, and they stopped advertisements on that, and then we said they were going to bring that back and then create their own coin, and that's exactly what they did. And the third dream was about something Benny talks about. So maybe the aliens. I don't know. Nick came out of nowhere. This guy's still around. I don't know where he comes from. He just pops out of nowhere. It says just supply and demand. Treasury votes offering 1,000 per. We just talked about that in the last tweet. I guess he didn't see my other tweet. And then we got some other people here. RV, here comes the RV. It's been that way about 3 weeks. So this is the person that said it's been that way about 3 weeks. Okay, cool. So yeah, so it's jumping, and so this is a way that some of you guys are going to be able to sell for good profits. Now I would for me personally, I would wait to see what happens going into the fall and the winter, as if we stay if we stay in these types of lockdown border modes and the money can't come out, the price is just going to continue to rise. Okay. Now, of course, people are going to have a threshold. People are going to be like, you know what? The threshold might be 10,000 per million, right? So people are going to have a threshold of what they want to pay. You're not going to be able to get people to pay 100,000 per million, okay? That's what, because so people. I think the threshold is 10,000 per million. That's why I did the game at 10,000 per million. All right, so 10,000 per million, 1,000 Vietnamese dong per million. I think that's going to be the threshold. And we could literally hit that this winter if things stay the same as they are right now, where the borders are closed, the demand is in effect. There's no other places to buy it except for maybe only a few spots, and they're offering ridiculous numbers. Um, Wes even considered, well, why don't we do a eBay ad where we do 10,000 dinars for $10,000 and see if somebody bites on that, right? So, but you can't go over 1,000, I believe. So somebody correct me on that if you can or not. Okay, so somebody correct me on that if you can go over it or not. Um, okay. Let's go over here and let's check out what's going on eBay. All right, so check out these numbers though. Um, look at this sponsor one. Look, he sold 95 of this. I mean, this is just unbelievable. I mean, this is the 50 notes, guys, that were out of circulation. So somebody's selling out of circulation notes and killing the game right now. Look at this. Whoever this person is killing the game right now, selling out of circulation old notes. Okay, you got the old. Look like these are the old 500 notes as well that are still in circulation. But look at this, 10,000 dinar notes. Okay, so these are the 10,050 notes. So 10,050 notes are going for almost $50. You got to be kidding me. Who's paying this? Okay, so this is weird, but this is awesome at the same time. So that means if you just add a zero here, that means 100,000 IQD of the 50 nodes would be going for $470, almost $500 for 100,000 of the 50 nodes. Wow, that's crazy. And so that means a million. That means a million dinars of the 50 nodes. That means a million IQD, the total amount. It was a million of the 50 notes is going for almost $5,000 on eBay. And this person is killing it. He's selling a whole bunch of this. So if you guys have a look, if you guys have a lot of dinars in different bunches in the smaller categories and stuff, and maybe you have a ton of 50 notes that you just have sitting around, you could make 5,000, almost 5,000 per million. That's unbelievable. Okay, so don't say that you don't have a chance. Don't say that this is, this investment isn't making you no money. You're up big right now. Okay, we're up big right now, folks, and it's only going to get bigger as long as that border stays closed. Okay, so same thing here. The 500 notes, 10,000 to 500 notes are going for about $40, guys. That's crazy. 10,000 of the 500 notes. I mean, that's 2,500 notes are going for $40. Wow, that means a hundred thousand of the 500 notes would be going for $400. 100,000 of them. Wow, and so that means a million of the 500 notes are going for about $4,000. That's crazy. And so we have this one here. We got 303 sold, certified, uncirculated, UV pass. You can say all the, you can put all, you can copy everything that he says here and just and do the same thing, right? Or he or she says here and do the same thing, right? 20 basically it's a 25K note, So a 25K note is going for $50. Godly. These things were going for $21 just a few months ago. They're going for $50 now. You've literally made 100% of your investment already. So please, I don't want to hear any more people complaining about the dinar. I'm tired of this investment. I'm this, I'm that. I'm not making any money. Folks, you can sell your dinars for over 100% value right now. And it's probably going to go even higher as long as lockdown, second wave, fear factor, rumors come out and they continue to lock down. This thing is going to go even higher. So we should be celebrating right now, right? Now, this is not the revaluation we're looking for, right? But for those that need money, for those that are struggling, you know what I mean? That for those that don't have any income, lost their job, this is awesome because you get this go on eBay now and watch this closely and also watch Treasury Vote and other places that don't have dinars start to continue to bid the prices up, and then eventually you'll say, okay, this is what we're going to do as a family. We're going to sell 1/3 of it to get some cash, and we're going to keep a third. We're going to keep the other one. We might sell a third of the dong if they start rising the dong, which they will, because dong is being sold out everywhere now. So this is what you can do, and this is good. This is hope. This is awesome. I don't want to say hope, but because I don't really, I know that's been brainwashed into people's heads a lot. But anyway, but you get what I'm talking about. This is good. This is good. Your money, your investment has doubled basically, and people are buying it all over the world. Remember, eBay is all over the world, so you can look at this 100,000 IQD. Look at this one. 250,000 IQD is uncirculated, going for almost $500. I mean, that's awesome, right? So that means 500,000 would be going for about 1,000, and that means a million will be going for $2,000. So almost $2,000 for 1 million dinars and 25K notes. That's awesome, guys and girls. So that's what we want to see. We want we purchase something, and now the value of it is going through the roof, and it's going to continue as long as the borders are locked down and they can't get any, and no one can get any. There's limited supply. The numbers are supply and demand. The numbers are going to go through the roof. Okay. Now, of course, there's going to be a limit where people can say, okay, I'm not going to buy it at that price, right? So, in my opinion, it's going to be 10,000 10,000 per million. I think that's the limit that people are going to go. Okay, now you can break that down as well. 10,000 per 10,000 per million means 100,000 note. It's going to be $1,000, right? So 100,000 dinar note, 25K dinar note is going to be $1,000. Okay, so then that is 10 of them. That puts you at 10,000. Okay, so right here is let me see 100,000. So 100,000 is going for $158 right now. It could definitely be moved up in the next 9 months or 8 months, 7 months to $1,000 at the max. I think 100,000 IQD note is going to be selling on eBay for $1,000. And so if you do the math, that's 10,000 per million. I think that's where the people are going to put their limits to. I think that's where it's going to go. Okay, so that's good news. That's good news for us that are in this already. Some of you guys have a ton of this stuff. I don't have that much. I don't have a ton of it, but I have some, and that's good for me. I have millions of them, but I don't have a ton. But a lot of my friends have it, and they already told me that they're going to, donate big time to me and help me out because I'm the one that brought them here and I've kept them in this thing, and now we're starting to see it go up in price. So I'm okay. I'm okay not having a ton, but I do have lots of dong and Vietnamese dong. So we'll see how this all plays out. I think the dong is going to do the same thing. Maybe next week or next month or whatever, we'll do a video on that because eventually every bank's going to stop selling it, and it's going to also go run out, and the price is going to go skyrocketing for the Vietnamese dong as well. So that's what it is. So I guess I'm going to be in the next 30 days. I'm going to be gobbling up the Vietnamese dong as much as I can, everywhere that I can buy it, and then I'll sit back and I'll watch the price of the Vietnamese dong go up as people are going to be looking for it everywhere, and they're not going to be able to find it, except for maybe on eBay or Craigslist or whatever. So we'll see. We'll see what the exchanges say about the Vietnamese dong here as they continue to ship their prices higher as well. So good. So this is what we want to see, and supply and demand taking over, and the IQD is rising and rising rapidly as there is no supply, but there's still heavy demand. Peace out. God bless, and I'll see you guys with an Intel video next. Bye.